I used to have difficulty answering the question when somebody asked me, where are you from? This is because I was born in Taiwan, and most of my school years I was in Malaysia. And then my college years, I went to US and I worked there for 20 years. So when they asked me this question, I was not sure whether should I answer it in terms of where I was born, where I grew up, or where I lived. But having lived in Singapore for the last 16 years, now it's easy for me to answer. It's simply Singapore is my home. One of the lowlights in my life was the breakup of my marriage after 25 years. It was in 2004. To this day, it remains the #1 regret of my life because I let everyone down. My life was kind of on a downward spin. It was about that time a friend invited me to a small group with people that have been very, very supportive, and they helped me find clarity and eventually overcome some of the issues I was struggling with. After a few years, I finally remarried. I now have a very supportive wife. Thanks to my wife, 4 years ago, she filled out the form, asked me to sign the paper. Then I became a PR. That was really a blessing because it's another step towards sinking my roots in this beautiful country. My wife has shown an interest in fostering other children over the years. I was always the one that says no, primarily because the idea of opening our home and bringing some children that has nothing to do with us, that's not something that I really thought much about. But one night, my wife received a SMS from one of her friends informing her there is an 8-month-old girl in the KK hospital who needed a home desperately. So that was the night when we looked at each other and say, okay, we have a girl, can we make some room in our home? What we discovered is that once we find room in our heart to do this, finding space in our house is not an issue at all. And we made that decision that night to say we will bring her home. She came to us when she was just 1 year old, and now she's almost 3.5. But despite of all the sacrifices, just seeing her being able to do things more and more and develop into a healthy and happy little girl, she has brought so much joy to us. It is just so satisfying, so fulfilling. Only when I came to Singapore did I realize that happiness is actually about other people. So when I started to see what I can do to help other people, fostering a child, I found that it is much more meaningful. Now I feel like I am even more of part of Singapore. This is even more of a home because this is where we belong.